Record. All right, good. Hey, so thank you guys so much for jumping in on this very first one. I know we had some more people that had signed up to maybe make it, but power outages around town have canceled some out, and so I just want to let you guys know I'm glad that you guys can be here for this. We're trying something new once a quarter. We want to be sure to let parents know what we're doing in our student ministry, either through the summer, through the fall, and then of course when the spring gets here and winter. We want to let you know what's going on, give you some updates on some of the events or some of the weekly events, and just have a time where you guys always have the opportunity to talk with me or talk with our student ministry staff, so that you could get some answers to maybe some of the questions you're having. But what I would love to do to start with, and we may have some other people jump in at different times with us, if we can, I would love for you don't have to do a video part, but if you would just one at a time unmute yourself and introduce yourself and your kid in the student ministry. So have at it, whoever wants to go.
Christy, Stefa, and I have AJ and Zach. AJ graduated.
He's not graduated yet. Not yet.
Not yet, but close.
My name's Gene Roberts. I'm the father of Jack, and I apologize for anything that he's done.
All right.
Stacy, and I have Haley.
Okay. Oh, I think you're still muted there. There you go.
Lisa Rapond, and my son is Jory Deckard.
All right. Good. Well, thank you guys so much for jumping into this very first one. And just glad to have you guys here. Trying to let some other people in. Some passwords. Some passwords are failing for some. All right, so just to let you guys know what is going on, I'm going to share some things with you on your screen, and of course, give you guys some time for questions afterwards as well. Holly's fixing to jump in as well. So we're having some technical difficulties for everybody. And so I think Holly is able to jump in as well here. So there she is. There's my beautiful lady. Anyway, so we got some things here for you. I want to share the screen with you guys and some things you get to look at, and of course, give you opportunity to ask questions towards the back side of things. But just want to let you guys know everything that we're talking about today, you can see on our website. For the most part, you can get there. That is uhbc.net/students. I try to keep this as updated as I can. As you can see there, it's got road trip. You can click the link there for that. It also shows you our Sunday morning. This is where we try to keep everything that we're doing on Sunday morning, the topics that we're talking about, that we're wanting to be sure that you get to your student gets to see and hear, and you get to know what's going on as a part of that. Now, connected with our Sunday morning table talks, we do have an opportunity for you to get a text message discussion after every Sunday morning. So we try to get those out pretty regularly. There's sometimes we miss, like I've been out. Holly and I were out in Colorado, so I didn't get to put a table talk time, send that conversation where you continue at home. But you can opt into that through our parent text, and we'll get to that here in a moment. So that lets you know everything that's happening on Sunday morning. And then also we have our Wednesday night schedule. This is our summer schedule. Wednesday nights look just a little bit different here during the summer. So Wednesday night we go to an event-based meeting. So whatever is happening during the week, we go on Wednesday night. It's more of a kind of hangout time. It's more of some activities that we are doing for that month. And so it changes up every now and then. And so we'll have that listed for you. We've got the month of June already taken care of. All of those happen up at the church from 6 to 7:30 on every Wednesday night. So that's going to happen. So like I said, we've got the first ones there for you. And we'll start filling those in as the rest of the summer happens. There are some nights we don't have a Wednesday night activity, like June 12th. Holly and I and Christy will be in Honduras. And so we won't have anybody here that Wednesday night. Andrew is going to be at another camp. So I don't have any of our student ministry staff here. So we're just going to have no Wednesday night activity. But other than that, we'll have some Wednesday night activities that happen from 6 to 7:30 each of those Wednesdays. Now, what we are going to do that's something a little bit different for the summer is we're going to begin to have what's called lessons over lunch. And I'm going to just want to show you another thing on that one. So basically what we're wanting to do, I'm going to give you a closer calendar there. There we go. So you can see the calendar a little bit closer. Basically what we're going to do is we want to build some identity within our senior high groups and also in our junior high groups. And we're going to go to begin having senior high lessons over lunch, junior high lessons over lunch. That's going to be from 12:30 to 2 in the student building each of those Mondays, and they alternate. So the first Monday will be senior high, and then the next Monday will be junior high, and that is grade completed. So all of our 7th through 8th grade completed grades, that's what we go by there. And this is going to be a more deeper discipleship, more dedicated discipleship time where we can build into our groups identity into our junior high and identity into our senior high. And it's going to lend itself to be a lot more conversational and a little bit deeper discipleship, since Wednesdays in the summer goes to just event-based activity, having fun, building relationships through play, which for me and for Holly and myself, we think that's just as important, building relationships through play and through having fun like that. But we also wanted to be sure to still have those times. So that senior high lessons over lunch, junior high lessons over lunch, it is from 12:30 to 2 in the student building. Everybody is to bring their own lunch, but we will provide desserts and drinks for that. But everyone brings their own lunch. And then they don't have to, once it's 2:00, people don't have to go home. We do that during that time. If they want to hang out up here at the church, they're welcome to. We got basketball. We'll have movies playing. We'll just have a time in which they can just hang out afterwards, all up here at the church on those lessons over lunch. And so that's going to start taking place on Monday, beginning next Monday on that one. So just to let you know, something new that we're doing there. Some of the curriculum we're going to use for that is going to be a curriculum. Let me get there real quick. We're wanting to use a curriculum through Armor Courses. This is a guy I really like that is going to be doing some of the video portions of the teaching. And his name is Manny, and I forget his last name. But the first thing we're going to be looking at is introducing the Bible, talking about the cultural context, interpreting the Bible in context, where to start studying your Bible. Just wanting our students to kind of have a deeper discipleship of understanding a biblical worldview. And so that's going to be our lessons for those. They're going to alternate. So each grade is going to get the same lesson and get the same time during that time with us as we go over that. It will be some video driven. So we'll be watching some of the video, but then we will have discussions about the video and group questions like that. So I'll just kind of show you an example, a preview of that. So this is kind of intro to the Bible. This is what we'll be talking about. They'll have some fill in the blank type stuff as they're watching the video that we'll provide for them as well. So that's going to start coming up next Monday. Again, if you go to our website, it shows, it does have our summer calendar. You can also find it on Instagram. You can also find it on Facebook. We'll update those places as well. But it's just going to be a really good time to build an identity within our junior high and within our senior high. And so we hope each grade feels welcome to come. Again, everybody bring their own lunch. We'll provide desserts and drinks, and we'll meet in the student building 12:30 to 2. And if kids want to stay longer, they can stay longer on that. Is there any questions about any of that anybody may have? and give an opportunity for you guys to ask some questions. Okay. At any time you can ask any of the questions, but looking at the summer schedule, it is going to be a fun and busy summer, but it's going to be one that we definitely enjoy getting to hang out and spend time with your kids. Some of the other things there for the calendar, of course, we got our Honduras mission trip coming up as well, and that will happen in June. And then in July, of course, is our road trip. That is gotten pretty busy and filled up at this point in time. We have a waiting list for that one. Oops, sorry, wrong thing. On that one, we do have a waiting list. On that road trip is a popular event. We only can take a certain number of people on that trip because it is out of town, of course. But we have it. We still have all the information there. If anyone still wants to get signed up, they can be put on a waiting list, but it kind of gives you the information there from our website. But that's what we have for some of the stuff coming up this summer. But mainly, I wanted you guys to get to see. Some of the summer stuff that we have. Yeah, Christy, that's a good question. The kids will be made aware, but we talked about it this past Wednesday, and then we will talk about it again on Sunday morning. We will also send out a text message, and this is referring to the Mondays lessons over lunch. We'll also be sending out a text message to all the kids. The best way to get all of our information is to join the text message list. So right there is the best way to get all the information. So anything we send out concerning any event that's coming up, this is one of the first places we send out the information, as through the mass text message list. So if you want to get on that list, if you want to get your kids on that list, UHSM info to the 218-432-2400. That's going to be the best place to get all the info about when things start, when things stop, and maybe when we're not, if we're not meeting a certain week, day of the week. That's the best way that we get out all of our information. So be sure that you guys get on there, or get your students to get on that list, get their friends to get on that list. That's how we really send stuff out. We do some stuff out on the social media. We do Instagram and Facebook, but we're not really out on TikTok land and Snapchat land, just because I don't want to be out there on it. We'll do some stuff on Instagram. And another reason why we're not so we don't try to get into every social media platform, because we don't want to make parents. There may be some parents who are like, I don't want my kids on social media. We don't want to make parents feel like they're making the wrong choice by not letting their kids have social media, because that's a parent decision for their own kids. But we don't want to flood a space out there and put the parents in a tough position of, well, the church or student ministry has this, you got to do it. So we just stick to Instagram and Facebook. That's kind of the two places, social media wise, that we put information out there. We rely heavily on our text messaging service, and we rely heavily on keeping the Facebook or keeping the website updated, so it has all the information that everybody would need to know, and not have to get on social media for that. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. We want to be sure to just do everything we can to help protect your kids. One resource I'm going to give you guys, I want to just let y'all take a look at it here. It's a really good summer resource. It's a parent's guide. Oop, hang on just a minute. Some things are freaking out on me here. All right. It is a parent's guide for the summer. This is through an Access, and I'll share that website with you guys here in a little bit. But this is a really good resource called Parent's Guide to Summer 2024 Edition. I'm going to email this to you as well, so that you can have a copy of it. This will provide some good information for you just during the summer. It's going to have some discussion points that you can have as well with your students during the summer. Kind of breaks everything down, screen time, just kind of scrolling through this for you. Smartphones. I'm going to go back up to the table of contents. Anyway, talks about all kinds of stuff that's happening this summer that you can kind of look at and have conversations with your kid this summer. I've looked through some of it, and it's got some really good information. It's got some facts-based stuff there for you. So that's a resource I stumbled upon this summer that I want to be sure and send to you guys so that you can have it and be able to look over it with and maybe have some questions to start some good conversations with your kiddos. That comes through a place I really like what they put out, and that is it's called Axis, and it's parenting, specifically a resource. It's axis.org, axis.org. And they put some really good parent guides out there. You see T Swift right there. So you got some kids that are really liking T Swift. It gives you a parent guide to that. We have one of those in our own house. I'm an early T Swift fan. I'm an early Swifty fan. And so all of our silent disco, we play a lot of her stuff, early T Swift. And she's gotten a little dark. And so it talks to you about some stuff there. But anyway, it has some really good parent guides and some good parent videos as well. So that's a resource that it'd do really good for you to check out. Axis.org. It doesn't cost anything. You can choose to give if you'd like to, but it doesn't require a subscription in order to get all the things that they have to offer. So I wanted to be sure and pass along a really good resource to you there through Axis. And then again, when we're done with the video, I'm going to email everyone out a link to that guide so they can download that and have that as well. But that's some of the things coming up this summer for our student ministry. Again, just to kind of recap, we go to event-based things on Wednesday night, and so 6 to 7:30 we'll still be doing stuff up here. It'll just look different than it does normal Wednesday night. That also gives us a kind of a break in what we normally do, so that when we come back in the fall, it's kind of new to them again with worship and teaching and small groups. And then we're moving our deeper discipleship to Mondays at 12:30 to 2. Now, one of the things I want to kind of continue through the fall on that one is we're kind of setting this up so we have this time with the kids to where I might do some things with our homeschool kids during that time, alternate on Mondays. It wouldn't be every Monday, but it would be every other Monday to kind of continue to have some time with some of our homeschool kids that can make that lunchtime. But that'll be a conversation for the fall on that one. But all the other summer events will keep listed for you, and we'll keep updating our website and sending things through text message. Holly, is there anything I forgot to talk about? Is there anything that you can think of that might be good to catch everybody up on that I forgot during this time?
Not that I can think of. I think that's everything. I think that's everything that we talked about.
Okay. Yeah.
You did good, dear.
Oh, thank you. We just want to keep, this is something new, kind of like when Holly and I were on our vacation that the church gave us for 20 years. I was like, I need to stay connected with our parents and let them know some of the things that are coming up. So this kind of birthed out of us just talking about, connecting with everybody and making sure y'all have a way to ask us questions. So on that note, is there any questions you guys, it doesn't have to deal just with what we've talked about here. It could deal with other things, but are there any questions you guys have for the student ministry in the leading into the summer? And it can even deal with some of the fall things as well, but I just want to open it up for any questions you guys might have. Okay, that means we covered everything. Oh, Gene, yeah.
Hey, sorry, I was trying to
No, go ahead.
resize the Zoom and everything. First of all, thank y'all for doing this and making things accessible. For the Monday noontime things, is there some possibility that could be over Zoom too? My thought is, my kid doesn't drive. We've got parents at work, and if there's some way that we could encourage him to attend virtually, if not in person. I'm not trying to put pressure or anything on y'all. It's just
I get it. Well, no, I mean, you're not putting pressure because that's what this is here for. I mean, this is kind of like, I need to connect with the parents. I can do it through Zoom. So I think thinking through those is a good way to do it too. So let me get that on my rate. Let me see how the first couple go mainly. And then if there's a way, Well, we did it with Boston, didn't we? Well, I FaceTimed in with Boston, but I think early on, Gene, we can just set up like my phone or set up my a different my iPad and kind of have it there as a Zoom option and send it out. And then we can kind of work on ways to make it better. It may be a little rough of the first one, and then but I know there's a way. Um, I'm pretty savvy with Zoom in which I can get pretty close to sharing the video at the same time. There may be some offness a little bit on the video share, but no, I would be more. It's a click of a button. It's a setup of a meeting and click of a button. And especially with Andrew, myself, and Holly, whoever is able to be there at whatever time, one of us can kind of run it. So I think it's a good idea. Yep.
Well, thanks, and please don't go to any trouble.
Yeah.
And I know it's different
No.
virtually than being in person and stuff like that.
Well, if we can bring
Do
Boston
y'all still,
in,
do y'all live in town, Gene?
We do. We're over in Elkins.
Okay, because we're in Spring Lake, so if there's ever days too that you're comfortable with me just swinging by and getting him, if he wants to come and hang out, and then he could, like BJ said, the church will still be open afterwards if he wants to hang out there with whoever is up there.
yeah.
Y'all reach out to me and just let me know if it's a day that works, and I can swing, maybe swing by and get him.
Well, that's really generous. Thank you for that. We'll let
Sure.
you know.
Okay.
Be careful what you're asking for.
Well, I know that you guys are y'all still without power over there, Gene?
Thank God. I mean that we've got a generator, so
Okay.
that was very nice. But yeah, the power to that part of Elkins came back on last night.
Yeah.
We don't have internet, but the power's on, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Crazy.
How about everyone else? Y'all okay?
Think we're all okay. We are. I don't know about Stacy and them in New Waverly. They may still be out. New Waverly's been out quite a bit, but everybody seems to be doing good. If you need power or if you need internet, the church is open, so just come on up. I know we've had to charge some devices and stuff up here, so we were out at the church for about a day and a half. So, but yeah,
And we have a generator if someone needs it, if they are still
Yeah.
without power.
yeah, for sure. Well, good. Well, Stacy, there you go.
Yes, we are very thankful. We were out from Tuesday at noon until last night or early this morning, about 3 a.m. It came back on. So I am washing clothes and dishes, and we are beyond grateful that ours is finally back on.
Yes, that is a good thing. Very good thing. Well, if you guys need anything, just you reach out to us in student ministry, however we can help. Again, we'll be doing this again before fall gets here. So sometime in August, be looking for another. So we'll go over what we're going to do for the fall semester and let you guys know. But just remember, check the website and get on that text message list. If you guys ever need anything, be sure to reach out because we want to be sure you guys know. And we'll say it over and over again, but we are a resource. We are not a replacement. We just want to be a resourceful, spiritual, a place for your kid as they grow closer to Jesus. But we are not a replacement. We want to help resource you and your family as you lead your family and your kids, and just let us in a little bit on the journey that we get to watch your kids grow. So thanks for letting us be a part of it. We thoroughly enjoy it, and we're looking forward to a fun summer. And if you guys need anything else, be sure to reach out to us, okay? All right. Well, good. Thanks for jumping in on this. We'll get back to you guys I'll be looking for an email. I'm going to send that parent guide to you, and I'll send some links out to some of the resources that we had for today too, okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a great afternoon and a great weekend.